Um, the NHS has always been in my family, whether it's been a family member admitted to hospital or working in a hospital. But I followed my mother's footsteps and became a student nurse when I was about 18. And after studying, I managed to get a job as a trainee nurse. And after a couple of years, I was fully qualified. And luckily, I'm still in the job now.
Working in the hospital around about 10 years now. I can say from my childhood in my family, my two sisters, they were nurses. So I think from that time, I thought I will want to be a nurse. Plus my sisters, they encouraged me as well. So I think that's the main thing I decided I want to be take this profession.
Well, I was probably about 15 or 16. I was kind of choosing my A-levels, and my best friend, she's got cystic fibrosis, so I've been quite a lot in her care and like looking after her like when we were younger. Well, any uni student, obviously, like money's a problem, so you can't really go out that much anyway. But obviously doing long hours, so I do 37 and a half hours a week, and then plus obviously uni work as well. So I don't really have any time to go out, to be honest with you. And if I do, I spend most of the time sleeping. But yeah, it's not too bad.
I think there is an impact on the family actually, especially with the children. When you come home, the children's expectation is a little bit different. They think they want more time mom to be at home, but that's not going to be happening.
I mainly just come home, open a bottle of wine, have a bath, and then relax in front of the TV. When I'm home, I try to forget about work completely. For me, home is home, and I try to never bring my work back with me, although it is hard sometimes, especially if something is playing on your mind, like a patient or other workers.
I don't know, kind of just sitting watching telly, going to the cinema, things like that. I go and have like cups of tea around my friend's house because a lot of my friends at uni are nurses as well, so we can't just sit and have a cup of tea, have some biscuits, order a pizza or something.
I tried, if there is something I feel that can't cope or I'm in a stress, talk about the situation, so that will relieve my stress.
Britain's NHS is facing growing problems. Austerity means cuts to vital services at a time when demand for those services is at an all-time high.
Personally, I think it's terrible how the media portray the NHS. I mean, when do you hear good out of what we do? It gets me quite angry that we do so much work and work so many hours, and still we still get bad press. I personally think that the media generalise us. For example, the recent story about the cuts and loss of jobs, and it scares me to think that I could lose my job at any random time.
I think regarding the media, the coverage nowadays, the media is giving too much negative impression to the NHS and the patient's care and everything. But as I told you, I'm working for NHS for 10 years. I can see there is some difference, like the demands of the patient is too much and the demand of the family is too much. I don't see anything positive actually. I can see only the negative the media is giving. Whatever positive we do or whatever anything we good better, it's not publishing anything outside. Only the negative things they are publishing outside.
Bad things, obviously bad care makes a good news story, so it's worth reporting. A good nursing and things that's done 99% of the time never gets reported. It's the 1% where it does go wrong, unfortunately, for whatever reason. And I'm not saying that should happen, because it shouldn't, but I think it does get reported just because that's a good news story. No one really wants to listen to saying this went well. They think they're more interested in when it goes bad.
The patient was in our ward for 4 months. And the patients and the family, like not the patient, but the family was very troublemaker family. I can say about the accepting and the appreciation from the patients and the family, that will give you more happiness and yeah.
It's always good getting a thank you for the hard work we all do. I mean, these days it's rare, as everyone always seems to be in their own world these days. Like, for example, the other day, I had the husband of the wife with dementia come up to me and thank me for all the hard work I'd done, and all the other nurses on the ward.